Time now for a truth or fake, and I'm joined by Vedika Bahl. Vedika, since the start of Israel's ground offensive, access to electricity and water has become an ordeal in Gaza. Tell us more about that.
Yes, Ketavan, that's right. For several weeks now, residents of the Gaza Strip have been reporting those same difficult scarcities. I'm talking long queues just to get access to drinking water and barely their electricity. This post from Palestinian media, the Quds News Network, includes some images to illustrate just how difficult it is just to charge your phone in Gaza at the moment. Now, in terms of fuel, Israel has blocked fuel deliveries to the Strip since October, saying that it doesn't want any fuel to help Hamas. Of course, some shipments have made it through via humanitarian aid and international pressure, but the lack of fuel has also shut down Gaza's only power station as well. So what we know, Ketavan, is that the situation is extremely precarious.
And as well as blockades by Israel, we can assume that the offensive on Gaza has also significantly damaged these resources. How do you fact-check that?
Yes, absolutely. Water infrastructure in Gaza has been significantly damaged since this conflict began. Palestinians claim that this includes the damage of a water tower in Rafah in the South Strip that was allegedly turned to debris in an Israeli airstrike. Now, according to this post, this water tower exists in the Al Tanur neighborhood of Rafah. And using Google Earth, the France 24 observers team actually managed to geolocate a water tower in that exact part of the city. So these are satellite images from Google Earth. These are pre-conflict. These are from May 2022. But we can very well see a water tower present there in that neighborhood mentioned in the post. Now, that same social media post that we saw and many others reported that this Israeli strike on the water tower took place in early December, around December 4th to December 5th. So let's look at some satellite images around that time. This is from Maxar Technologies, and it's dated from 26th of November. We can still see the presence visible clearly of that water tower at the end of November in that neighborhood. Now, if we compare that to a photo from December 14th, so just a few days after that airstrike by Israel, we can see it is no longer clearly visible there. So it does match that timeline that the Palestinians are saying, although we can't tell exactly what date it might have occurred. It does match that timeline. Now, it's not just drinking water affected for Gazans, it's also their water treatment plants that are being destroyed as well. In this satellite imagery here, we can see in South Gaza a huge plume of black smoke emerging there in the south. This is using Sentinel EO browser. And this is on November 16th. That's when this black plume was recorded. Now, if we take a look at a water plant in that area on November 11th, we can see that the plant is still standing. It's written power plants there at the top, but the plant is still standing November 11th. However, November 17th, it is barely visible there. It is damaged. Again, this does match the course of events claimed by the Palestinians and it does point to an Israeli airstrike on this water infrastructure, Ketavan.
Now, the report by energy experts has an estimate that Gaza produces about 25% of its energy via solar panels. So how have those solar panels, that energy, how has it been affected?
Yes, that's right. That report from the Center for Strategic and International Studies states that Gaza has the world's largest network of solar panels. And the France 24 observers was able to identify some strikes on those installations. Now, this is from the neighborhood of Dar al-Balah. So what we can clearly see there is some solar panels right next to a water treatment plant. And if we look at these images, these are from just a few days ago on December 14th. Again, those same solar panels there, which are so extensive in this photo, are now barely visible just days ago. Now, the observers team spoke to one of the authors of that report, Will Todman, and what he said to us was that, if I could There we go. What he said to us was that it's difficult to know whether they, Israel, were intentionally trying to destroy the solar panels or the entire power station. But it's also reiterated that most of the power of the solar panels destroyed in Gaza are actually residents' own panels that they've installed themselves to help them cope with, many years of Israeli-led power control. And so that's their own solar panels that are being destroyed. So the loss of those really does remove another source of power for the people of Gaza. Ketman.
Vedika Bahl, thank you so much for bringing us the truth or fake.